Good morning to you. It's Daybreak at iFiber One News Radio 837. We focus on Shelton weekly around this time, brought to you by our Community Credit Union. Two great guests in studio here this morning. I'd like to say good morning to folks from the Shelton Police Department, including Chief Darrin Moody and newest officer to the force, Sierra Paulsen. Good morning to you both.
Good morning, Jeff. How you doing?
I'm doing well. Good to see you in here. Chief, we'll start with you. The police force has been in the news this week. Kind of anything you want to add up to what we've been talking about or reporting on this week?
Well, it's been a bumpy few months, but as we said from day one, we're going to be moving forward, and we're not stopping moving forward. When I got here, as a matter of fact, this is my third anniversary.
Is it?
This is my third.
Wow.
And I think I was here on the radio station within the first 2 or 3 weeks I was here.
Yeah.
And we talked about setting organizational standards, setting policies, putting practices in place. Lieutenant Fiola has been doing a phenomenal job on a shoestring budget, training for 21st century policing and getting the training updated and everything over the last 3 years. It's been a phenomenal ride. But we keep moving forward, and when those organizational standards and values aren't met, we got to deal with accountability.
Okay.
But I'd like to, on a good note, I'd like to throw out, Sierra has been with us for 4 months?
Yes.
4 months?
Just about.
Okay.
As a provisional police officer. What that means is she was hired with no benefits, just an hourly salary, with the hopes that she would be hired on as a full-time officer. Well, Monday she started as a full-time officer with us, and so you'll see Sierra around town. I'll let her introduce herself and tell you a little bit about where she's from.
For sure. Well, welcome to the force, Sierra. So tell me a little bit about your reasonings for wanting to get into law enforcement and how long you've been in the community, things like that.
Sure. I moved to Shelton in May. My spouse is in the military, so I've moved around a lot. I came from Virginia. I was in law enforcement there for about 2 years.
Uh-huh.
And then I got hired here in August as provisional, like Chief said. And then I just got full-time Monday, so a couple days ago. So I love it here. It's a small town, so you're not just a name or a number to the department and the citizens. Everybody really knows each other, which is really different from where I came from with a big agency and a lot of officers.
Sure.
Very big population, so that's why I like it here. I never really, people ask me that all the time, why you want to get in law enforcement. I never really could explain it. It was just something that I didn't really feel called to do anything else. I used to watch Cops when I was little with my dad, so I don't know. I liked watching Cops, and I always thought it was interesting, and then I went to school for it and decided that it was just what I wanted to do. So.
I bet that show probably started the careers of countless numbers
It probably
of law enforcement.
did. Either it turned them away or it counted.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So, Sierra, where will we be seeing you on patrol, out walking in downtown Shelton, or do you have other duties assigned? Or
No, I'm just on regular patrol. I work days right now for the rest of the year. I'm not sure where I'll be in January, but currently my hours are usually from 5 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Okay.
So you'll usually see me driving around. I like to run traffic a lot, so.
One thing that you can do if you see her around town is stop her and give her some non-perishable food items for the Shelton Police Guild holiday food drive that's going on now.
I tell you what, I will hold it up and she can tell you about it.
There you go. Hold that sign up. That works perfect. That looks good.
Here's our lovely flyer.
Yeah, tell us about this.
So basically, the Shelton Police Guild has taken responsibility for a food drive that we're doing, which is called Stop a Cop.
Mm-hmm.
And basically what it is we're collecting non-perishable food items for the less fortunate and needy citizens of Shelton. You can stop a cop at any point in time if you see one, all the way up until next Wednesday, to give them any items, and they will make sure that it gets where it needs to go.
Very nice.
You can also take the items to the police department.
Oh, okay.
525 West Coda Street.
What are some of the differences just that you've seen in the last couple of months from Virginia, where you came from? You were saying it was a larger force, into now Shelton with 24 people or so on the force.
We got 18 officers.
18 officers or so. What's been the biggest difference to go from a larger size organization to maybe a smaller size one?
I'd say the people in the community are just more friendly here for some reason. And I come from a city that had 84 officers, so going from 84 to 18 is quite a big difference. I don't know. It just the whole aspect of everyone, the citizens, the people that I work with, my supervisors. It's all just smaller, tight-knit groups. So People are more friendly. They know who you are. They don't forget your name.
Yeah.
So that's been the biggest difference that I've seen.
And you said your spouse is in the military,
Yes.
stationed at JBLM there, and is that why you're here in Shelton, or?
Actually, my spouse is up at Bangor.
Oh, okay.
So we just chose to purchase out here and live out here because I knew I wanted to work out here, and one of us was going to have to drive either way if we lived there or here.
Sure.
So since I drive pretty much all day long, we just kind of decided to compromise on that, and I love the city of Shelton, so that's why we decided to purchase here.
How'd you find
It's
it?
interesting, Jeff, because she applied with us probably a month before I even spoke to her, and actually was getting hired in Thurston County. And we had conversations back and forth between her and I and Lieutenant Fiola talking about the possibilities, what could go here, and exactly what she talked about. I said, you can go to work for Thurston County, probably make more money and have other opportunities, but you're going to drive a lot. You're going to be out in the middle of nowhere. You're going to be a number. And within a few weeks, it was decided, and she told Thurston County, thank you very much, and came here.
That's very cool. Well, nice to meet you.
You too. Thank you so
And
much.
thanks for being out there every day for us on the streets. Darrin Moody, Shelton Police Chief. Cierra Paulsen, also here for the Shelton Police Force.